Okay, I'll start off by refuting some of those arguments. You talked about the percent of Puerto Ricans that speak English, like at different levels, like beginners, moderate, very well. You just mentioned percentages, and you didn't really get those stats. So I don't know where you got those, but I want to say the stat that I had again. According to the U.S. Census, reliable source, in 2006, 81% of Puerto Ricans speak English. English is already an official language of Puerto Rico, so you mentioned something about passing a bill to make English an official language. It already is, so there's no need for that. And you also said that they would try to pass Spanish as an official language in the U.S., and there's no need for that because they already have English as an official language in Puerto Rico. And there's also no official language in the U.S. at the federal level. English is just the de facto language. It's just understood to be the primary language. You mentioned that poverty levels were around 50%, but stats about poverty and how much they make are you can't compare them to U.S. standards because Puerto Ricans, their economy is so much different from ours and so less. You can't hold them to the same standards. That's why you're getting crazy numbers like 50% below the poverty level. And you said that, yeah, the voting has been rising. You mentioned, Keith, said that voting has been rising, but it hasn't passed 50% yet. It was at 46.49%. In 1998, so that's really close to 50%, and it's been on the rise. So if they were to vote on it again, I'm sure it would pass very soon. Anyways, so that's just to counter some of the arguments. To go over the claim again, we're here to propose that the United States should adopt Puerto Rico as the 51st state. We estimate that they'll contribute over $200 billion to our treasury every year, so it'll improve our economy as well as theirs. Because their average income will go up. They'll be able to pay their taxes while improving their net income and standard of living. As we saw with Hawaii and Alaska, their economies both boosted after they were annexed into the United States, and we expect the same for Puerto Rico. Also, another argument is that it'll grant them the representation they deserve in Congress. Right now, they're not able to vote for the president or anything, and they're victims of political discrimination by the U.S. If we allow them to become a state, they'll have the voting power which they deserve to decide on the laws and people in government that affect their daily lives. Also, according to Claim 3, the military, again, they've fought for us since 1917, over 200,000 of them. And if they can die for our country, they deserve to be a state in our country and have all the rights that states have. So once again, I believe, Keith and I believe that we should adopt Puerto Rico as the 51st state.
All right, thank you.